or visit bright-stripe.com.
It's
BRITE-stripe.com.
gorgeous outside, which means it's time to get to Bittersweet Cafe of Farmington. From their incredible daily lunch specials featuring farm to table fresh ingredients to their refreshing drinks, frozen treats, smoothies, and iced tea, Bittersweet Cafe has something for everyone. Enjoy this beautiful spot nestled in the Laurel Highland Mountains, just a few miles outside of Ohiopyle on Farmington, Ohiopyle Road. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Nature's Pickins.
This is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
Nature's Pickins.
This is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
Nature's Pickins.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Michelle Higbee from Nature's Pickins, located on 464 Connellsville Street in Uniontown. The phone number at the store is 724-438-4211. That's 724-438-4211. The phone number here at the show is 724-438-4593. If you have any questions or comments for me, give me a call today at 724-438-4593. Tell you a little bit about what's going on at Nature's Pickins. First of all, we have Nordic Natural is on a line drive till the 21st of this month. Blue Bonnet has their urinary tract large size and their liver detox, which Randy talks about an awful lot, on sale this month at 15% off. Take advantage of that. The urinary tract is wonderful. It has cranberry and damanos and hibiscus and dandelion. It's a fantastic urinary tract combination. It's on sale 15% off till the end of the month, so take advantage of that as well. Trying to think, Solaray has their Collagen Bone Complete, vitamin C, one of their multidofluses and magnesium glycinate on sale this month. So stop in, check it out. Check out all the sales and check out all the new products that we got in, even food-wise. We have some fantastic ranch, they're called French fry straws, and they're a veggie type straw. Very, very good. We saw an awful lot of them. Everybody likes them. They're very good. So check everything out when you come up. But once again, we're located on 464 Connellsville Street, right next to the Dairy Queen on Connellsville Street. Phone number is 724-438-4211. We're open Monday through Friday from 9 to 4. That's Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Saturdays, 9 to 3. And then, like I said, once again, if you have any questions or comments, give me a call at 724-438-4593. So today I don't have a guest on with me, so it's just me you have to put up with today. But I'm going to be talking about the skin because this is the time of year that, we go outside, we're, taking care of plants or maybe a garden or cutting the grass or swimming at our pool or at a public pool or out on the beach, on vacation. This is that time of the year, and it's that time of the year that their skin is more exposed. We're wearing less clothing. When you're at the beach, you're in your bathing suit. When you're at your swimming pool, you're at your bathing suit. I've seen people out cutting grass, in tank tops or bathing suit tops or no shirt at all, cutting grass. So we're more exposed to the sun and to the ultraviolet rays. So, with that being one area, there's also other areas when it comes to the skin, and I just thought this might be the perfect time of year to talk about the skin and what we can do. So, the first lesson is to let you know that the human skin is the largest organ of the body and its primary defense. It serves as a protective, waterproof barrier for us against pathogens like pathogens and UV rays and environmental toxins. Um, it's a very good barrier like that. So it's almost like our protective shield per se. Um, it also helps us synthesize vitamin D, which, vitamin D has a lot of uses to it. And later on, I'll talk about vitamin D. The skin has three different layers. There's the epidermis layer. That's the outermost layer that you see. That provides us with that waterproof shield that we have. It contains melanin, which gives us color and absorbs harmful sun rays. The dermis layer is the middle layer, and you can't really see the middle layer, but it's composed of connective tissue, blood vessels, hair follicles, sweat glands, and nerve endings. And then we have the hypodermis layer. That's the deepest layer of the skin. And it consists of fat and connective tissue and acts as a protective cushion to our bones and internal organs. So the skin is just something that is a very protective barrier for us. And we got to do whatever we can to keep it healthy, and so it can do the job that it was meant to do. There are many different skin conditions that can happen with us, with our skin. Some of the most common ones is eczema, psoriasis, poison ivy and poison oak, different types of dermatitis, sunburn. That's just to name a few different ones that, are pretty common to a lot of people. Several customers come into the store with eczema, even with children, psoriasis, or just this time of the year, sunburn. So, those are the probably more common ones. I know there's probably a lot of other, skin conditions, but these are the most common ones. And I figured that we would talk about these ones in particular. Eczema is a condition that causes dry, itchy red patches. Usually flares up because of an overactive immune system or contact with irritants. For example, my daughter-in-law, when she washes dishes and she uses different types of dishwashing liquid, she gets eczema on her hands. My son gets eczema when he drinks milk. So there's different things that can flare eczema. It's almost like an allergic reaction to whatever you've come in contact with that has stimulated the overactive immune response. Psoriasis is a chronic autoimmune disease that causes the immune system to mistakenly attack healthy cells, making them grow and shed rapidly. It causes raised, scaly patches. And I'm sure you probably know someone that has psoriasis, and you'll notice that it's on their elbows or maybe on their knees. Sometimes people get it in their scalp. My husband's uncle had it on his elbows real bad and on his knees real bad, and it's a they call it a plaque psoriasis because it builds up upon itself, and then it sheds. So it also can affect the nails, the fingernails. It can cause them to pit, cause them to discolor, cause them to even crumble. So, it can affect that as well. Dermatitis is it's a general term for skin inflammation, and it can be atopic like eczema, contact dermatitis like poison ivy, poison oak, or seborrheic dermatitis like dandruff of the scalp, of oily areas of the body. So dermatitis kind of covers quite a few different um, areas, I guess, of the skin. Sunburn, of course, is caused by, UV rays and exposure to the sun, but also with tanning beds. I know people that have went into tanning beds to prepare themselves for going on vacation to the beach, thinking that if they get a pre-tan, they won't burn so much afterwards, but you can still burn. But it causes, redness, tender to the touch, sometimes blistering if you get a bad enough sunburn. So, one of the biggest things that, when you're talking about, let's go to start off with sunburn, for example. There's many different things that you can use. Most generally with sunburns, first of all, you should use a really good sunscreen so that, you help protect the skin from damage from the ultraviolet rays. If you're going out in the sun for long periods of time, you should, reapply that sunscreen every 2 hours probably, to protect the skin from the ultraviolet rays, especially if you're going out for an extended, period of time. There's different things that you can use to help with sunburn if you've gotten burned really bad. Using aloe vera gel works very well. Aloe Life has the 99% certified active aloe that has vitamin A, C, and E in it as well. I personally use this aloe every day. I love it. When you first put it on, it seems like it's like sticky, but it absorbs into the skin so very well. It's very moisturizing. I mix mine with an oil from Desert Essence that has rose hips, moringa, and jojoba oil in it, and I mix them together, and I use it as a facial moisturizer. I use it on my hands and my arms, just everywhere, honestly. It's very good moisturizer, very healing. Aloe is very healing to the skin. It's very soothing, can help calm the burns. I'm sure that once in your life you've probably used aloe for a sunburn because it's very cooling to the skin and can help calm those burns down. Coconut oil is another one. It's called called a cooling oil. So Coconut oil is one of those that has been recommended to use if you have a sunburn. It can help to calm that sunburn down. So that's something to keep in mind. Um, doing, a cool to lukewarm bath is very good. You can add, oatmeal to it. It seems to help calm that burn down, or even applying different essential oils to that. Frankincense is one of those essential oils that has been shown to help to soothe the skin, help with anti-inflammatory effects to the skin. So you can add that, to the bath. Lavender is another one. People love lavender for its very calming effects. It has some very good benefits to the skin as well. It helps to, soothe minor and skin irritations. So lavender is real good that you could even add to the bath. Helichrysum is another essential oil that's a lot of people will use to help to promote healing to the skin. So that might be one that you would want to try. Sandalwood is another one. I have a lot of people that use sandalwood this time of the year. They'll add it to their aloe, or they'll add a couple drops to a bath. Very good soothing to the skin as well. Rose hips is another one, just like the rose hip oil one that I use. Add it to your aloe, and then apply it, to the sunburn, or just as a moisturizer to help to hydrate the skin. They all have some very good cooling properties, and that's one of the things that you want to do if you're experiencing sunburn, is that you want something that's going to help to cool that sunburn. I've also heard that black tea compresses, like making black tea and putting a compress on the sunburn, helps as well to soothe that burn. I've never personally tried it, but I've had several customers over the years tell me that black tea is one of those things that you can use if you get a sunburn. Some additional nutrients that seem to provide some protection, astaxanthin is lots of clinical studies show that this particular carotenoid pigment helps prevent sunburn and skin redness and moisture loss. So it's a very good antioxidant. So for the skin, other areas of the body too, but definitely for the skin. Green tea, there's been different clinicals show that green tea extracts that contain EGCG help to reduce low dose UV induced redness. So if you're drinking green tea, it can help with the UV rays. Lycopene, you get from cooked tomatoes, ketchup, tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce. Those type of things help to show reductions in UV-driven skin damage and skin reddening. So eating a lot of foods with lycopene or taking lycopene can help with that. Curcumin has that anti-inflammatory effect, and the people in India consume a lot of turmeric. So a randomized controlled trial showed that curcumin significantly inhibited UVB-induced inflammation and increased facial connective tissue and skin hydration. So, it's a very good anti-inflammatory. Quercetin, this antioxidant, prevents the degradation of collagen and lowers inflammation. So quercetin has that anti-inflammatory effect also. Olive leaf extract was shown to inhibit UVB-induced skin damage and accelerated wound healing activity in preclinical studies as well. And then another one that has been shown in recent research is the Sicilian red orange, the Moreau orange. And I've eaten some of those. They're fantastic. It's a very good source of polyphenols and flavonoids and anthocyanins, which all protect cells by fighting oxidative stress and inflammation. So the red, orange, and what in the clinical study that they were talking about was taking 100 milligrams of the extract for 15 days, reduced UV induced skin redness and sunburn by up to 40%. So, the red Moreau orange could be another thing that you can use if you're trying to prevent, keep you from getting so sunburned. Maybe you're going to the beach. That clinical study was 15 days before, so you could maybe do 2 weeks of it and see how that helps you. And like I said, using the essential oils, in different ways, maybe mixed with the aloe or in your bath is another good way to use as well. Manuka honey has been shown to help with the inflammation and the burn. That is very good. Also, Manuka honey there's different research articles out there on Manuka honey for different types of wound healing. So it doesn't surprise me any, excuse me, that they would recommend it for sunburns also. And doing some of these things internally as well as external is a good thing also. So next, talk about eczema and natural things that you can use for eczema. Manuka honey is another one that has been shown to help with eczema because it has that antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. So you could use Manuka honey on the eczema also. Aloe gel, aloe vera gel, once again, very good for eczema also. So once again, that's something that seems to help in different types of skin conditions. Coconut oil, once again, these particular things seem to have a broad spectrum of applications and benefits to them. Coconut oil helps to soothe and heal the eczema. So that's something. Sunflower oil helps to block the harmful bacteria and helps to hydrate the skin. I've had a few people over the years that's come in and has special ordered sunflower oil. We used to carry it on a regular basis, but not so much anymore. We will special order it for you though, but has used sunflower oil in the past and says it works very well for eczema. Black seed oil has an active compound called thymoquinone, and it has powerful anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and antihistamine properties. It helps to soothe the skin, stop the itching, reduce the swelling, and helps repair the skin. We have a black seed oil lotion that made by North American Spice. And I have several people that's using it for eczema and also for psoriasis, and they rave about the results that they get from the black seed oil. There are a lot of research studies on black seed oil, lately that have shown the benefits of it, for its anti-inflammatory effects, for its uh, beneficial immune responses. A lot of people using black seed oil internally and externally for these particular types of conditions. Um, Black seed oil is there's research out there showing that with rheumatoid arthritis, with osteoarthritis, with allergies, coronary artery disease, just different things. So there's a ton of research. I'll show you the one book that I brought down that just shows the different amounts of research on black seed oil. There's a ton of it. And for eczema, like I said, the North American spice works very, very well with eczema, applying it. And then you might want to consider taking it internally as well, to kind of get that double dose, I guess, effect from it. So, try that for your eczema. Psoriasis, black seed oil is also an effective remedy for psoriasis because of that same active compound. Clinical research has shown that by applying the black seed oil, it can significantly reduce the redness, the scaling, and the skin thickening by using the black seed oil. It was shown to inhibit excess skin growth by suppressing the pro-inflammatory cytokines. So it slows down the overactive production of skin cells that cause the scaly buildup. So, it can help to reduce the inflammation. It can also help to hydrate. So probably using it for psoriasis internally and externally would be a good thing, since you're going to get that anti-inflammatory effect from it, and then also helping with the skin and the getting rid of the redness, the inflammation, and the scaling of the skin. So black seed oil could be good for whether you have psoriasis or you have eczema, either one. Life Extension had a fantastic article on black seed oil, what it is, and if you come up to the store, we can copy it off for you. But what it is, where it comes from, what things it can help with, like rheumatoid arthritis. Preliminary research suggests that black cumin seed oil may support joint comfort and help maintain healthy joint function. Been shown to help with osteoarthritis in a study of 116 patients with knee osteoarthritis. Those taking 2.5 milliliters of black cumin seed every 8 hours for 1 month experienced significant decrease in their symptoms. So that, is a plus if you're having that situation. Allergies showed that a clinical of 66 patients with allergic rhinitis treated with the oil for 30 days had a significant reduction in nasal congestion, itching, runny nose, sneezing attacks, So stop up to the store. Be more than happy to copy off that article for you with black seed oil, because there's just so many different uses that you can, use it for. Even helping as far as may boost hair growth. According to one article, using black seed oil may benefit the hair. It acts like an antihistamine, and it may help with hair loss, due to um, like an allergic reaction type thing. Um, so help treat infections. Um, like I said, there's just a tremendous amount of benefit for black seed oil. But like I said, do for the eczema. I know that a lot of people experience eczema, like I said, like Dylan, for example, using these different, creams or oils like B&T has a homeopathic Psoriasis Flora, which is a homeopathic cream for psoriasis, gives you temporarily relief for the scaling. And dry skin caused by the psoriasis. And, I don't know if you guys remember Gary Cornelius. Gary had psoriasis on, wow, a big portion of his body. And he was very, very strict about his diet to keep the psoriasis from having the flares. And that's one thing about psoriasis is, sometimes you can get it to go like into a remissive state. And Gary would do that quite often with, controlling his diet. And one of the biggest things that he would do is using, fish oils. Gary would take a lot of fish oils to get those omega-3s because they are very important, to the body to get those for the anti-inflammatory properties, to help keep the moisture, in the body, and help have that healing effect as well with using, fish oils. You get the other benefits also. Fish oils is good for the brain, it's good for the nerves, good for the heart. So the omega-3s have a tremendous amount of different uses to it. Also, what else can you do to help protect yourself, protect your skin? Vitamin C, Linus Pauling has a tremendous amount of different articles on vitamin C and its benefits for collagen production. And you need good collagen production to have a healthy skin. Remember, this is our protective shield. It's our barrier. We've got to keep it healthy. So vitamin C can help with that collagen production to keep our skin strong, keep our barrier strong. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant used in different areas of the body, but very good for the skin. Vitamin A, beta carotene, acts as a natural sunblock against UV exposure and helps repair skin tissues. Zinc, and you probably know this because zinc is found in a lot of, like zinc oxide is found in a lot of different creams, sunscreens, things like that. You'll see zinc oxide. It's crucial for skin healing and cellular skin repair. So zinc is something that you definitely could make sure is in your daily regimen, especially this time of the year. But it's also very good for the immune system. So skin in the winter months, or zinc in the winter months is a good idea also. Evening primrose oil is also very good, helps to lock in the moisture, helps to lower inflammation because of its omega-6 activities. So that is something that is very good also. So do using evening primrose, and I have people that do evening primrose. Actually, they'll take a needle, but I would make sure I alcoholed it or whatever, make sure it's clean. Burst the soft evening primrose oil gel, and they'll put it on their eczema, and says that they get fantastic results with their eczema with evening primrose oil. So that's something that you can always keep in mind too. Very good anti-inflammatory effects. Uh, Vitamin D to help support normal skin growth, repair, immune function, very strong moisture barriers as well. Vitamin E is that vitamin that um, our bodies, manufacture our skin from the UV rays. It's a fat-soluble vitamin. Our skin basically is a natural reservoir for its production. UV light triggers into synthesis. So, vitamin D3 is in the skin, vitamin D2 and D3 is in our guts. So, someone's ability to manufacture vitamin D also depends on, sometimes our genetics. So like I told you before, my sister and brother and I have a problem with keeping our vitamin D levels high, which we anticipate that's probably a genetic situation. It also depends on a person's color, the type of color, the person's sex, physical activity, exposure to ultraviolet rays, time of year, where we live. That all of these factors sometimes can make a determination of whether we have enough vitamin D. So that's always recommended that you should get your vitamin D levels checked to see where you're at. I personally have to take vitamin D every day because of the possible genetic. They're not going to test to see if it's a genetic situation. Try to get my daughter's genetic levels checked for EDS, and that's a fiasco. But that's a conversation in itself. But anyway, so they're not going to check for that. It's just ironic. We have 3 different ones that myself, my brother, and my sister all have problems with vitamin D levels. So, that is probably. But anyways, vitamin D helps to calm inflammation, helps protect the skin, and like I said, helps with cell turnover. So, you want to make sure your vitamin D levels are good, have them checked, because it can help with, inflammation and protecting the skin. It's also very anti-aging. Vitamin D also helps with other areas, as well. Like I said, it's good for the brain, vitamin D, not just the skin, good for the heart. You can look up Google vitamin D and you can get all different kinds of benefits for vitamin D. If you look up even the Vitamin D Council, it'll talk about vitamin D, even with the flu, because it helps with your immune system. So now there is a couple different types of milligrams of vitamin D, and also types. You can get a vegetarian type if you are a vegan or a vegetarian. We have vegetarian vitamin D up at the store, one that comes from lanolin, and then also from a pine extract by Blue Bonnet. Then there's also the vitamin D that comes from fish oil. They come in all different kinds of milligrams, 400, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. even a 10,000, like myself, having to use a 10,000 5 days a week to keep my levels high. That is a possibility with other people as well, seen quite a bit of that over the years with vitamin D. What foods, can you consume to help with the skin also? Um, Eating fatty fish to get those omega-3s, like salmon, mackerel, haddock, tuna. Those are good fish to get those omega-3s, so you get that anti-inflammatory effect. Also, avocados, very good, and omega-3s, walnuts, um, olive oil for the omega-9s. You can actually apply olive oil too to different things like eczema and psoriasis. I've seen where, excuse me, those have, or it has very good anti-inflammatory effects to the skin and to the scaling the redness, the plaque with with psoriasis and eczema. So I would get an extra virgin, organic if possible, is what I would use. Sunflower seeds would be very good to incorporate into the diet. Like I said, sunflower oil externally you can use. Sweet potatoes to get that beta carotene, the vitamin A, because vitamin A has that natural sunblock, to sun exposure. So, eating sweet potatoes would be great. This time of the year, everybody thinks of sweet potatoes just around, Thanksgiving or the holidays, but in actuality, we should be eating more sweet potatoes to get that beta carotene. Carrots is another one that's going to give you beta carotene. So, eating carrots would be a great thing too. Doing other colorful type veggies, red and green, yellow peppers, eggplant, the colors of the rainbow, as they say, to get all of that, those antioxidant, properties from those, different foods. So incorporating those foods into your diet would be great. And this is a great time of year to do that. You get a lot of fresh vegetables and fruits, your berries, raspberries, strawberries, blackberries, all these different berries, so you get the purples and so forth, reds into your diet. Get those antioxidants, those anti-inflammatory properties. So incorporating those vegetables all year long is a great thing. This time of year is a fantastic thing. And you're also going to get vitamin C, and then like tomatoes, like I said, if you cook tomatoes, it releases lycopene, and lycopene is a fantastic compound that can help the body in different ways, majorly antioxidant. So, once again, putting those particular foods into your diet. Sunflower oil makes a great salad dressing. So, you can put some sunflower oil or walnut oil to get those omega-3s or those omega-6s. Like I said, with the evening primrose oil, you get those omega-6s. Those are great anti-inflammatories. And you think about it, talk about inflammation all the time. And in a lot of today, with talking about the skin, talking about using things that have anti-inflammatory effects, because inflammation is the root of all evil. And we really need to keep that inflammation internally and externally. If you're having one of these different skin conditions, you want to use things that's going to help you with that inflammation, keeping it under control, whether it's eczema or psoriasis or poison ivy. I wanted to talk about poison ivy, poison oak real quick. There's some fantastic homeopathic remedies made by Newton. Now, unfortunately, I'm out of the poison ivy, poison oak right at the moment, but Newton Homeopathics has a fantastic poison ivy, poison oak. Herb Farm has a really good oak and ivy spray that you spray right on the poison ivy, poison oak, and it helps with the reducing the itching and the spreading the inflammation of the poison ivy, poison oak. That works really well. I've used this personally myself in the past for that. But Newton's, I know we have it coming back in again, that homeopathic. You put a couple of those tablets under the tongue, and it definitely helps to, seems like it dries up that poison ivy quicker than, than normal. Lot of home remedies out there. I'm not so sure about all of those when it comes to poison ivy, poison oak, but I know that the Herb Farm works real well, and so does the Newton's homeopathic poison ivy, poison oak, and that's why we're out of it right now, is because this time of the year, everybody coming in and getting it, because it does work exceptionally well. Okay, so I hope you guys learned something today when it comes to the skin and protecting the skin and doing what we need to do to keep that shield strong and doing its job. So stop at the store, check it out, and check out Nature's Pickins. All right, till next week, have a great day.
An about face from the Commander-in-Chief. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. President Trump just announcing he's canceling a third night of strikes and bombings against Iran. The president posting this is based on discussions with Iran being brought to the highest level of Iranian leadership and approved, adding that final points have been approved by all parties involved in both concept and great detail. But the president also says the naval blockade will remain in full force until the transaction is finalized. He says the time and place for a signing will be announced shortly. This follows a second night of strikes on Iran after a U.S. helicopter was downed near the Strait of Hormuz. The president telling Fox News during the strikes,
they're really in submission. They just don't know it yet. Okay, to be honest with you. They just don't know it yet.
Iran had responded to the strikes with more attacks on Gulf neighbors. But again, President Trump now signaling a possible breakthrough in talks, posting he's canceling a third night of strikes. Just getting word normal operations have resumed at the Pentagon after a hazmat scare.
The hazardous material team scrubbed several locations in the Pentagon's A-ring, the centermost location in the building. This was after systems detected a problem with the air quality in that part of the building, and a device picked up a biohazard scent.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin, a Pentagon spokesman, says testing is now confirmed there's no hazard. The House Speaker accuses Democrats of holding a critical surveillance tool hostage after a temporary extension failed to pass with time running out.
The vote this morning is